Much for joining us. As above, so below. We're talking about my day of power, which is Jupiterian energy. Those that do not know, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel the Jr. I'm the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs, the African traditions. I want to say to each and every one of you guys, on my platform, I do not teach my personal beliefs, neither do I teach my practice. I teach universal laws. I've been traveling all day, so I don't have my stuff on, but I'm here, and I hope that some of you guys understand that I am still a melanated man living in these United States. But I teach universal law. What's up, Shamari? What's up there? My Cancer in the house. Appreciate you so much being in here. Hold on. Let's see there. All right, there we go. But appreciate each and every one. What's up, Jelly Sweet? Oh my God, thank you so much for being here, Jelly Sweet. Then I got my Boaz in the house, and I got Karen O'Brien. Got Pisces, Gemini, Pisces, Cancer, my Karen O'Brien. All right, Karen O'Brien, you still showed me 3 hearts. You give me 2 hearts. I know I can't do 3 sims, but still, at least 3 hearts. I love that. Look at that chocolate. Ha! What's up, Shamari? Yeah, I was like, oh my, this is, now I'm gonna tell y'all, I was talking to Mama Susan, Apostle, wait a minute. You need to put on the shirt on. I do have a shirt on. Look, see, I have, I have an undershirt on. That's see, Mama Susan, she said I should be fine. I came on social media, I didn't have time to change. I wanted to get on here live, and I was like, I telling her what I had on. She's like, Apostle, you look good in your clothes, you know that. But I do got on my Fetty from all your clothes. What's up there, Nicole? My vanilla wafer. Wait, where's Calvina? Tell Calvina I said thank you. I seen the love offering. Monique, Linda. Now I got some. Well, I'm glad Jelly Sweet's on here because I was worried about her, and I was burning some incense. I was doing my little stuff, prayed for her and stuff. So I'm excited about what God is gonna do. And then. Oh, that was a love. Okay, thank you so much. Monique Fofo, my crab cake. Mama Susan and Monique is back from their cruise. They were out on the water. And Mother Susan said that ship worked her body. I said, honey, she said she was just hurting all over. And I just said, God, I said, Lord. And I told her, I said, she don't need no man like me because we'll work her like that ship. She be hurting all over. What's up? Wait a minute, please send me some more of that good weather because you looking hot. Oh, thank you, Renee. See, Renee, you making me feel. Now, listen, I'm not trying to be provocative, but this is how I really dress, okay? So I want y'all to tell me if this is appropriate because I'm a pastor and apostle, but I am a 51-year-old man, okay? So this, I'll make sure I got everything. This is what I got on. Like, see? What's up, love? Ah, my Fetty Foom. Tara. So does that look appropriate? Is that, I don't know. But I was reluctant, but she was like, possibly you look good for a man your age and blah blah. You should be glad to flaunt it. I don't know. Belly Ann said I look good. Bo, what do y'all think? I'm something else, but Mother Sue said she love it. Monique said, put some clothes on. I do. Look, I'm gonna put my shirt down though. But see, and it matches my oil color. I got my oil colors on. Child, if I were naked, honey, I would be on OnlyFans. I don't get naked for free. And I'm still a pastor. I know. Nicole said he No, I'm serious. Because I be talking to Mother Susan because she's like, Apostle, won't you wear that? I was like, I can't wear that on live. Y'all should see. I have very erotic clothes. I mean, I'm a Sagittarian. I like very, very different. Very, very different clothes. So, thank you, Bo. Bo said I look good. That he a Pisces. I appreciate it. Now, and to all of you guys that have Cash App, PayPal, oh yes, OnlyFans. I got a church to build, and Negro be acting crazy. I still got to pay bills. So If OnlyFans is the way to go, y'all pray for me that I'd be successful. I ain't did it yet, but if I had to, I have the equipment to make a sale. Praise God. Make it do what it do, Apostle. I don't even know. Mother Sue is the mother of our church. Brother John is the father of the church. And sometimes I don't know about Mother. I don't know if Mother Sue be trying to pimp me, but you should see the stuff she be telling me to wear. Some of that stuff, now, I'm bold. I'm very bold. But some of the stuff Mother Sue be trying to tell me to wear, I be like, no, that's too racist for me. Am I the only one who loves when Apostle says now? Like it hasn't been. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, baby. Ain't my first finest shirt. Right. I agree. That right, Taurus, Nicole. All right. But that's where we at today. So put my glasses on, make it real professional. What's up, Natasha? My Aquarius from North Carolina. How many they want that anointing? That's what they want, love. Natasha, my Aquarius from North Carolina, huh? What are we finna do this evening? We finna get with it. Now, I'm just saying, is this stuff that I got on, it's cool for social media. Me, Apostle, 51-year-old man, I'm not doing too much. I'm a Sagittarian. This is the clothes I wear outside of this, but I didn't get a chance to change, and I didn't want to be doing all that, and hair came on. But this is how I really dress. So I was telling her, let me put my shirt, because Natasha just came in. I'm not doing this for y'all. I'm doing this for Natasha. I want an honest opinion. I got my OU colors on. These are burgundy shorts, white, black, and then that. So I always wear my colors, but if it's cool, I'll rock with it. But we want to talk about something tonight because I feel that this is really, really important. And I was talking to Mother Susan about this a couple days ago before she went on her cruise. And I want to say this to many of you guys that got your graveyard work or you got your talisman. Long as you not bare chest, nipple showing. Thank you. No, I won't do that. I do that on OnlyFans, but I won't do that on here. That ain't what I'm selling. I'm pushing the Lord over here. I'm not pushing sex. She's talking about you. If you're a sexy man, you're just a sexy man no matter what you wear. Well, I agree with that, but then there's other things that you can do to really bring that out, and that's not my agenda. Not on here. My agenda is to bring out the spiritual aspects, not the physical. Okay. But anyway, so listen, guys, you are distracting me from the word of God tonight. No, listen, when I talk tonight, let me say, Natasha, don't have me blushing. Y'all know I'm a black man. I'm melanated, so I don't blush pink. I blush burgundy. That's how I blush. This is why I wanted to talk about this, because I was talking to Mother Susan about this, and I was talking to Sister Tree, and I was just having certain conversations, and some of you guys have gotten work done, and some of you guys are doing work, and some of you guys got classes and stuff like this. So I want to talk about this tonight, and my subject is about not starting and stopping magical workings. And I want to explain why. I've been doing this a very long time. I've been doing heavy conjure a very long time. I do understand that a lot of people, when they get into spiritual practices, a lot of times they're not aware financially of what it costs, and they're also not aware of how much time and how time consuming these spiritual practices are, and how they can be depending on how deep you want to go. No pun intended. So when it comes down to spiritual practices and the ATRs, what I have noticed, what's up, Darius in the house, my Pisces? What I have noticed when it came down to the ATRs and spiritual practices is that either people start and stop because of economics. Sometimes people start and stop their practices because of how they engage with the spiritual practitioner, or maybe you're in an elay or a coven or in a church or any whatever setting. And a lot of times you feel that because of what you're going through with a tata or mumble or with the church members or with the elay or with other spiritual people in your practices, that changes, that spirits understand. And the truth is, when you start a spiritual work, you must finish that work. And you have to, when you start something, and because a lot of times, and I see people start and stop stuff because they don't see manifestation instantaneously, or they don't necessarily see what they're asking for at that moment to come into fruition. Okay, I do understand for somebody that has been practicing as long as I have been, giving money, my time, my energy, my ups, my downs, my ins, my outs. I do understand for somebody that is naturally chosen to do this, that it can be, I don't even want to use the word discouraging, but the idea that you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. A lot of times when you're burning your candles, even though you may have took class and you understand, okay, they're releasing energy. But when you don't know how much energy is necessary to bring about a certain outcome, that's like you don't necessarily, if you haven't never traveled from one end of the country to the other end of the country, you realistically don't know how many times you're going to have to fill your vehicle. But you need to be prepared financially for every one of those times. I remember Minister Mario and me were taking Josh to college in Delaware. And when we were traveling on that road, we got on a bridge. Now, let me tell y'all something. This is the longest ass bridge I ever been. I ain't never been on San Francisco Bridge, but I have been on a bridge headed to Delaware. And that, I was like, this is the type of bridge that you can't have a half a tank of gas. This ain't the type of bridge that you want roadside assistance, because you probably going to end up buying a house by the time you pay for somebody to come out there, way out there, to get you, either give you gas or to tow your vehicle. That's it. The bridge itself is, I was like, this is the longest ass bridge. I feel like I was driving to Miami. It was so long. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Roll Ortiz? The spirit said, come. I know that's right, Nicole. So my thing is, I want you to understand that I, as a spiritualist myself, understand why sometimes you find yourself in a situation starting and stopping something. That's with your healing. That's with your prosperity. That's with your relationship. I'm the type of person, I don't stop until I see results. I don't stop until I see outcomes. Let me tell you something. I've been working on court cases. I don't have praise reports with court cases. I don't have praise reports with outcomes on jobs. And I've also had people that call me and say, Apostle, this was going on with me. Down. So I was like, and then I got, let me say, I don't know if Linda's on here, but y'all, Linda Green, I don't know if she's on here yet, but congratulations to you, sweetheart, and your accomplishment. Like I tell you, all we do over here is win, win, win. And that's whether you right, wrong, or indifferent. But to get those type of results, I, as a spiritual, I hate the word practitioner, but as a spiritual practitioner, you cannot start a work and not finish that work. And if you have a mentality or mindset that if you're going to do hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Impala, Mystic, whatever. Hold on, y'all. First of all, I forgot to say this. Hello, Mafedi Fun, to Obatala, to my Madrina, to my Padrino, to my Oba, and to my brother and sister Ifa, and also to my Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Now, why am I doing all that? Because at the end of the day, sometimes you start off and you get so hot and bothered, you start having sex, and you forgot to do foreplay. It ain't nothing wrong with stopping in the middle of what you're doing and go ahead and lick them up a little bit and proceed on. So I went back to the beginning because I got overwhelmed. I'm just really trying to get this across with the understanding of the responsibility that when you start a journey, when you get into something and you're trying to accomplish your spiritual goals, or you want to see a certain type of reality to show up in your life, you cannot start and stop. And I want to explain it to you guys like this. Have you ever been traveling and got behind somebody traveling and they drive fast, they slow down, they drive fast, they slow down, or they got their signal light on, but they're driving slow enough where it looks like they're going to turn, but they never turn? When you are out here in this spiritual community, and whether you're an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, it don't matter. What matters is that once you decide to start something, whether it's a diet, whether it's going back to school, whether it's a relationship, whether it's being single again, whether it is starting another job, starting another business, you have to go into the situation with the mindset that whatever I start, no matter what happens in between, I finish. When Moses received his experience with Yahweh at the backside of the mountain, and he put that stick down, it became a serpent. The Lord told him to pick it up. The Lord told him to put it his hand turned white. He put it back in. It turned back to its original state. Out of all of that, starting that process from the time of him being chosen and called, he never stopped what was started. The Bible says like that he that began a good work in you is more than capable, more than sufficient to finish that work. But there's a lot of people watching other people start and stop, and you think that's good. The same thing will happen if you start and stop cooking. In other words, if you're doing bread, meatloaf, chicken, fish, don't matter, and you will start cooking it, stop cooking it. So it's going to spoil, it's going to mess that food up. Once you start and put something on the potter's wheel, once you start working on your finances, do not stop, because what happens is you're putting energy out there. And that energy may be going up against some form of resistance, especially when you're trying to change your economic status. A lot of y'all don't realize how big the divide is between poverty and wealth. It's like a gulf. Like the Bible talks about the gulf between Abraham and the rich man. It is a lot of archaic, a lot of chi, a lot of prana, a lot of power, a lot of spirit, especially if you are on the poverty side. And sometimes people don't realize how far on the poverty side they are. And so when you start that process, a lot of times without training, a lot of times you don't know how to run your race. And so therefore you get way tired, or you exert too much energy because you don't realize how long it's going to take you to get to your desired outcome. This is why I'm a believer, no matter what you practice, to sit down first and count up the cost. In other words, come up with a strategy. Because let me tell you something, I don't care how good you are, what you do. Nobody knows everything. There's things that happen in 2023, especially with Minister Mario, son of a chosen, that I was not expecting. Because I felt that I was going to supersede his condition and really his timeline. Maybe you ain't in that place with the divine mother and father, but I am. And so therefore, realistically, I believe that because of all the things they were already doing for Minister Mario, son of a Chosi, I believe that I was going to get that desired outcome. When I'm working on your case, even if I'm doing courtroom work with you, even when the case is over, I don't stop until I'm finished. Because you know what? There's still energy out there that's trying to get you to go back through that same situation. What people don't understand, it's like running a race. The job is not to get to the finish line. The job is to run through the finish line. Most people, when they're not trained properly in life, they think it is about getting to the finish line. If you want to have good timing, you run through the finish line. You go all the way. What's up, Shamari? My Sagittarius from Detroit. Let me explain to y'all like this. There's a reason why training is important. There's a reason why classes are important. There's also a reason why you have an understanding of what you are trying to achieve. Getting out here and saying you just want to go to school is just as asinine as saying that you want to be a billionaire. There are many colleges out here. If you don't know what type of school you want to go to, what you want to become, you can be out here forever going to school. If you don't know what kind of talent and ability, what supply and demand, how are you going to set yourself up, sir or ma'am, to become a billionaire or run a business when you're not associating yourself with a plan, or at least the building blocks to get a certain level of income? To put yourself, because sometimes you can reach billionaire status after you have compiled a foundation of what I call the widow's mite. Because I believe, me personally, I believe it's the little things Just like it's a little thing that destroy the vine, I think it's the little thing that build the vine as well. I believe it's the pennies, the nickels, the dollars. I believe it's the $5, the $11, the $12. All of that. And then every now and then you get 100. Every now and then. What's up there, Hardcore? Congratulations to him. He graduated as well. I have so many people that have been sending me their graduation. I am so proud of melanated people. Okay, we're going to get more educated, but we're going to be smart. We're not just going to be educated. We're going to be wise. We're not just going to be people with knowledge and wisdom and understanding. Someone said, at least I have a Cancer moon tomorrow. It's cool. I say all of this, y'all, because if we don't make things significant, people are going to think that it's okay to start and stop. People are going to think that when you start working, and this is why I tell people, where are you economically where you can do this and be consistent? Anybody ever got a consultation from me or got work done for me? I always talk about what can you do comfortably that you can be consistent. Because you can't start way out here and then bring it down here. That's going to mess up the energy flow in your life. You can't go hard. It's like having sex. You can't go hard for the first 5 minutes and then slow down. I believe in building up a pace. I believe that I know my capabilities. I know my wind power. I know my stamina. And when I go in there, I keep myself at a certain pace because it ain't nothing wrong with you starting off at a certain pace. But if you get somebody to a certain level, they're going to want that level of consistency. That's where stamina comes in. This is why I say don't start. If I ain't going to bring it home, I dismount. If I know I'm not going to finish what I started, I dismount. I dislodge. I'm not going to start something I am not going to finish. Thank you guys for giving congratulations. Hardcore, Linda Green. There's quite a few of y'all. You didn't stop. You started it. There were bumps in the road, but you finished it out. And that's what I want y'all to think about when it comes down to spirituality. A lot of things when I'm doing working, it ain't always looking the way I want it to look. When it comes down to manifestation, I don't always know which door, which window, which path that thing is going to come into fruition. That ain't my job. My job is to stay and do what I'm supposed to be consistent in. Congratulations. That's what I'm talking about. Love on my platform. And so whether it is like some of you guys with your Cash App, some of you, let me say this again. Never apologize for what you give me from your heart. Whether that is abundant or whether that is few. Because it's about the energy. I'm going to say this again. A lot of you guys, you ain't wealthy, but you consistent. And that helps me build over a long period of time. Then somebody starting out, boom, 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 and then they slow down or they stop or stuff going on. Always understand consistency and determination to see things to the end. Same thing about certain initiations and things that I want to do that I thought I was going to do for the end of the year. I still haven't stopped because I don't believe in starting anything and not finishing it. And so therefore, when you do root work, whether you do conjure, voodoo, whether you work with Orishas, Loas, and Pungos, whether you work with Eguns, whether you work with nature, fire, earth, water, air, whether you work with metals, whether that's iron, whether that's copper, whether that's gold, whether that's nickel, whether you work with tektites, whether you work with crystals, if you learn the purpose and this responsibility of starting stuff and finishing things. This is what happens a lot of times economically when people are trying to climb. They be looking for a quick turnout. I ain't never seen so many, and y'all know I ain't talking about y'all, but y'all want to hit the lotto. Pastor, pray that I win the lotto. Baby, I would rather pray that I win the lotto than to pray for you to win the lotto, because at least if I get it, I'm going to utilize it to help more people than you are. I want you to understand, if you're going to win with me, whatever we start, Before we go to something else, we need to finish what we started. A lot of people think I'm trying to move on this. I don't move on until I finish building that block. If say you building a hotel and you trying to get 12 floors. If you ain't finished the 5th floor, why are you trying to build to the next 6th floor? A lot of times in relationships, a lot of times in situations, circumstances, we trying to clean up too many rooms. And we tired, but we ain't finished none of the rooms. And in 2024, you need to, if you start something, you finish it. If you start a class, you finish it. Why are you looking to the next thing and utilizing your mental energy in the next thing when you have not completed your first? The Bible says, return and do your first work. I've never seen so many people want the quick way to do that. If you're doing it the quick way, you're not learning. That means you're going to be tripped up through some other situation or circumstance because you ain't learned on level. You didn't finish level, the floor level 5. Then you skip things there, and now you building on level 6, right? Because we building a hotel. Just say, for instance, you didn't finish the 5th floor, but you went to 6, 7, you got all the way up to 12. You done made them other floors weak because you didn't finish the 5th floor. Now everything that's built on the 5th floor is subject for destruction or ruin, all because you did not finish the 5th floor, because every layer builds a foundation for the next. This is why the Bible says build on precept after precept. Build on the one commandment, one statute. Everything builds on except. And if you're a type of person that don't like to finish what you start, everything that you build, you make it weak because you did not finish the process. If you trying to grow in voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, don't be jumping out here. You start one practice, you didn't go all the way to that. You started another practice, you didn't go all the way. This is why people ain't good in relationship, because in relationship, even if it's what we call a bad relationship, it develops us. It teaches us what and what not to do. It teaches us how to listen more. One of the things that I have found in my relationship that I had that did the most damage to me is I learned to take out my time. In honor of my day of power, evolving is something that I have gotten very, very good at. Saturn won't let me. No, Saturn don't play. If you are Capricorn, if you are an Aquarius, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you got Aquarius placement, if you got Capricorn, because my North Node is Capricorn. The reward of them that diligently seek them is not just the prize. It is all that built you to get to that prize. The man that hardcore is becoming is what he's going to appreciate, the weak and the frailty of who he that's how you get stronger. You can't keep looking at a situation and saying, oh, I want to get here, when you got to go through the processes. I found out what you were saying about too many irons in the fire. Oh, exactly. Let me tell y'all something. I don't care how hot that fire is. When you have too many, especially the process of burning and melting iron, a lot of y'all think that people are blocking you and hindering you, when the truth is, the spirit can't move forward with you because you ain't finished. What's up, my baby Scorpio? You have not finished what you started. You trying to move on to something else because you done got bored. You trying to move on to something because you done got frustrated. You trying to move on to something else because you feel like it's more money. You trying to move on to something else because you think the grass green on the side. Baby, I am telling you, as somebody that operates with Jupiterian energy, crown, initiated, scratch, all of that good stuff, born, chosen, they don't let me skip processes either. As much as I would love to tell some of these processes to kiss my grits, and I'm talking about kiss my grits with cheese. You understand? They don't play that. You're going to, whatever it is that I was supposed to learn with Minister Mario for almost 13 years, I had to go through that process. I was upset about it. I felt like it was necessary. I had to keep checking myself because I didn't want to seem ungrateful and I didn't want to come across disrespectful. Because at the end of the day, I am subject to a higher power. And I didn't want to get my ass whooped because I had issues. And I'm like, okay, this income gone, and you know that he knew this, and you knew that you got me out. Basically, that's what I was saying. You got me out here. And I done got on this platform, and you know that he was doing all this other stuff that allowed me to do this, and then who is there to replace that? That's basically what I was doing, telling the Lord. Once again, he that begun a good work in you is faithful to finish that work. So just because I don't know the other pieces or the other sheep or the other tools or the other people that this God, divine mother and father got for me down the road, because I don't know if it's going to be in the next 2 miles. I don't know if it's going to be in the next 10 miles. But one thing I do know, that God don't start nothing that he or she don't finish. That's what we're supposed to be made of. So the confidence that I need, even in what I don't know, is that I know you didn't bring me this far, as the old people say, to leave me. But no, you didn't bring me this far to start something that you ain't going to finish. Instead of saying he didn't bring me this far to leave me, start saying he didn't bring me this far not to fulfill, or she to fulfill what they have begun. Because to start, just like the Bible says, to start a house and build a house and not know what you have sufficient. God, divine mother and father, did not start this process in me and through me for me not to see the fruition of it. Trust the process is something else. Yeah, and let me tell you something. The way that I'm learning to trust the process is to understand that God, divine mother and father, is a master builder. There's bricks that are going to come into your life. That they're made of certain soil. If anybody know how bricks are made, they're made of certain soils. And depending on where God is taking you, some of you don't realize that it's certain things that you got to go through to be able to build that type of foundation and to build that type of floor and that type of a layer and to elevate on those levels. And so therefore there's certain elevation that your ancestors got to go through. Before you elevate yourself, you got to elevate your ancestor. And that's what people like to skip. You want all the arche for you, when it's supposed to elevate your generations, elevate your eguns, elevate your moratos, elevate your ancestry, the arche in your cellular structure, to awaken that power, to awaken it. And that's what transformation is all about. I want you to think on today, as you give, as you support, as you listen, I want you to think metamorphic. You going from Adora to Shira. There's some resemblances of Adora in Shira, but the metamorphic change. Adam to He-Man. Caterpillar to butterfly. It is going to be a noticeable change in you when the metamorphic energy, the transformation of Pluto. If you are a Scorpio, that Pluto is about transformation and rebirth. And every time you rebirth, the Bible talks about how they constantly were being filled with the Holy Ghost. Every feeling brings on transformation. Every spirit, every arche, every process brings on a metamorphic change. And therefore you become something. That's why I love the fact that my children watch Dragon Ball Z, because it talks about change and metamorphic stage and how they go through those processes. And as they fight on different levels, they realize there's powers out there that they didn't even know exist that is going to transform them. There are certain battles that you got to go through because it's going to change you. There's certain people that come in your life that you're not going to like, but if it wasn't for them, they brought the change. They brought the change in you mentally. They brought the change in you financially. They brought the change in you concerning your heart. It caused you to renew your mind. And this is what I feel that, especially if you Scorpio or some of you guys that operate with that Uranus energy, my Aquarius and Capricorn, And a lot of you that have fixed energy, y'all have issues. But let me tell you something. When it comes down to it, you would have, if you had never had that comment to impact you like that, had entered into your spiritual atmosphere, you would not be where you are today. Think about the person that brought you to me. Whether that was through hurt, whether you was out here, there was something going on in your family. There's a reason why you now are the person that you are. So you begin that work and that process. But I want you to understand the importance of finishing the race. And I'm not talking about just getting to the finish line. I'm talking about running through the finish line. You are a fire star. Exactly. Let me tell y'all something. As much as people may not necessarily like how I come across, everybody can't strike a fire in your ass. Now, I'm notorious for starting a fire in your ass, and I'm also notorious for knocking the fire out your ass. I got duality when it comes down to that, okay? I will start a fire in your ass, and I will knock that fire out your ass. You understand? Either way, I am chosen and I'm called to do what I do. What's up there, JBHR? Thank you for joining our platform. Now, the concept of understanding transformation, Mafedi Fun Oya, Mafedi Fun Oshun, Mafedi Fun Oya, Mafedi Fun Ochosi, Mafedi Fun Eligwa. This is why I tell people, when you're dealing with Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, all these ATR, they all have something to do. And when you're trying to grow and you're trying to develop, when it comes down to spirituality, and like I said before, just because you're just coming in, that the thought process is about why you don't want to start and stop when it comes to magical working. On my platform, I talk to Christians that practice the ATRs, and I also talk to people that have left the church but still have church in them that practice the ATR. I want you to have a better understanding of the universal laws that are applicable to your spiritual growth, so you can stop being the victim out here and making yourself a victim because you lack the understanding of what this is really all about. Energy, frequency, and vibration. And when you are trying to grow and to develop, and you're trying to get yourself to a place of evolution, you cannot remain the same if you are truly being transformed. If you Maleficent, in the movie Maleficent, and when the woman basically killed her, when Maleficent stood in the front and she took that bullet, she disintegrated. But when she disintegrated, ashes went back to ashes, because it is the phoenix, the fire. The fire of God, incorruptible. The fire of God, that phoenix, that transformational energy, that chi. When that Kundalini energy rises, it brings transformation. Anyway, it brings transformation. So therefore, once it happens, what's up, Paige? Once that transformation happens, you will not return after your rebirth the same way. So all the Christians that claim that they got baptized in the river and they got baptized in the Holy Ghost and they still operate the same, you did not take them into a baptism. I don't know what you did. You went out there and got wet, but you did not go through transformation, because water brings transformation as well as fire brings transformation. Remember, John the Baptist, the whole concept about John the Baptist is to prepare the heart for renewal. The fire brings power. John the Baptist was preparing the heart of the people to receive power. You can't be out here asking for power when you have not been prepared for the power or the gift or the transformation that you are asking for, or even if it is in your destiny. Everything that I am going through prepares me for these transformations. I don't tell them what I'm not going to go through. I know that I'm going through transformation, but I don't necessarily know what it takes to bring about. And so there's events that take place in my life. The more I was ascending, let me tell y'all something. The more that I was ascending through my crowning, through Oya, the more people started dwindling from my church. The more people stopped doing what they were doing. The more I was ascending into and transforming into what I am now, the more people start. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Instead of people coming together and supporting me. And you know what? My wings began to spread broader. You know why? Because God was sending people from further regions to be a support to me. My wings were spreading further. I'm thinking about my wings being for those that are underneath me, when he was spreading my wings and she was spreading my wings so I could reach further into the ethers for other souls and people that were going to be a part of what I was doing. And what I was doing, I was just looking down at what was already there. And the Divine Mother needed me to look further out. As a Sagittarius, you need to go further out, because you're going to draw other people and from different aspects of life, and you're going to be that to them, and you're going to be a beacon of light from all types. Let me tell y'all something. The church has undermined it, being a repairer of the breach. Let me tell y'all something. When I really understood that I was going to be called to be a preacher, I thought God had lost his or her ever loving mind. Like, you already know, I said I got places to go, people to see, and things to do, and it had nothing to do with the church. For some of y'all that think y'all got a problem with the church, I had no intention. I was going to get saved and married at 45. That's what I'm fit to do everything that I think I can do before then. But that wasn't the plan. And so through all of these processes that I have been going through, and some of them I like and some of them I don't like, but I want you to have a better understanding about why you don't start and stop something. I don't know who all these strange people coming in here, but I want y'all to understand that when it comes down to real spirituality and real magic, you cannot start something and stop it. And don't think that it's not going to affect your outcome. Being consistent, having understanding of, it's like going to school. Say my name, say my name. If you want me to listen, I make people say my name. Yes, that's in the bedroom or spiritually. I'm not accustomed for calling other people names. That ain't never been my forte. I make people call my name. Oh God, oh Jesus, what are you doing to me? Them all of my adjectives. Those are my names. Okay? They don't do nothing for me calling your name, because you ain't do it for me. Okay? But I said all that. Linda. Y'all was just so good to me. I love it. Yeah, but they help my algorithm. I don't care if they troll, bowls, or goals. But when it comes down to spirituality, y'all, understand their stages, their purposes, especially when you're a part of a platform like this that is constantly evolving and growing. And let me tell y'all something about being an Aquarius, or in an age of Aquarius. Uniqueness in individuality of how you do things. I'll give you the sun, the rain, the moon, and the mountain. I'll give you the world and all that you dream of, and even more, if I should stay. And when you think about your individuality, whether it's your personality, whether it's your energy, whether it's the way that you conjure, the way that you pray, the way that you cook, the way that you run, the way that you talk, the way that you exhibit, how you present yourself, the uniqueness of that. It has nothing to do with being strange. I think that a lot of times when people are talking about Aquarius energy, they keep talking about weird. No, a meteorite is not weird. It comes from another region. Alien is, when Beyonce is singing that song, Alien, I want y'all to go listen to that. When she's singing that song, the uniqueness of being something very different from a different soil, has nothing to do with anything being weird. It has to be something being from out of another. It's like being in the Holy of Holies. Like you might be in the inner court, and then you out the outer court. So when you go beyond the veil and you get into where the Shekinah glory rests and where the Ark of the Covenant sit, now you operating in a different world. Come on, Chi, with that after 7. I know that. Thank you. I'm in that mode, on that zone. So when you think about spirituality and what it brings, and that you can be sexy, you can be original, you can be authentic, you can be genuine, and yet still operate with the collective because you understand where you come from. I think that a lot of times your uniqueness is undermined because you don't understand it. I know that I know that when I have a tektite, which is Aquarius energy, versus I have do I have a tektite up here? Yeah, I got around my neck. Libyan Desert Glass tektite. There it is. Libyan Desert Glass. It is different. It is made differently than the quartz. But it is no less spiritual. It is no less metamorphic. It is no less divine. It is no less a part of the process. This is why when you deal with tektites, it brings about transformation rapidly because it operates with a different energy. Remember, Aquarius energy, and we're in the age of Aquarius. Uranus deals with electric, sudden change, quick change, but it's out of the normal thinking. It's outside of the normal feeling. It's outside of the normal. This is why Aquarius energy is about observation. We live in a time, and we're living in a season where, not a season, but in an age, because we're in Aquarian age, of being able to observe, being able to watch as well as pray, being able to step back and then observe the situation and then come up with the wisdom. Because let me tell you something. It ain't nothing wrong with starting something and as you're going along, revising as you go along. Some of y'all don't understand. If you are really observing and you paying attention and you counting up calls, sometimes you got to make certain turns. Sometimes you got to step back. And ain't nothing wrong with that as long as you get to the finish line. What's wrong with you in a relationship and realizing, you know what, we having too many arguments. Let's step back. Let's find out where this is coming from. What's wrong with you as an Aquarius, or understanding the techniques of an Aquarian energy, is to be able to observe. So you know what? We can minimize a lot of this confrontation if we realize what we really talking about or why we keep clashing. Observation is scientific. When they watch something and observe it, how it's interacting with the fire energy, with the air energy, the water energy, or with your son, your daughter, your mom, your dad, your co-worker. I was having issues on my job. I had literally got to a point on my job. One of the supervisors called me on my phone with that food, and like I at that point I said, I'll go to jail. I was already dealing with a lot. I was dealing with a lot of stuff going on with my personal life. I was dealing with a lot of stuff dealing with my clients and dealing with my church, and just a whole lot of stuff going on. And when he called me, talking to me like I was 15 instead of 51, I called my immediate supervisor. I said, you know what? You can come get this truck. I observed that I had got into a zone that I wanted to physically put my hands on somebody. So he said, no, don't bring the truck, Sam. We don't have nobody to cover the truck. Just finish the route. Don't start what you don't finish. So I ended up finishing the route. And I realized, I said, you know what? I'm not in the state of mind to be around. And one thing, let me tell you something. I don't have a problem with racist white people as much as I have a problem with racist people that want to be white. Okay? Them a different type of energy. And the idea that you want to talk to me when I got as much experience that I have behind me, and I make way more money than you make, I live better than you make, I done have better ass than you would ever have, and you're talking to me, a divine being like that, I was not. I said, you know what? Since I got all this time, I can take off from work. I'm still gonna get paid I took off because I don't need to be dealing with that energy. That's what I mean by observing. Recognizing where you at before you mess up everything you don't work for. Revive. Reshift yourself. Don't wait on somebody or an event of the divine ancestor and all. No, you know right now based off what is going on, you in a mode where you can risk it all. And so I revised. I said, you know what? I got option days. I talked to my other shop stewards. I talked to other people outside of this individual because I knew at that point that I already felt like you did certain things to Minister Mario, and y'all don't respect when people have health issues or they're going through mental situations and stuff going on in their life, and y'all just coming up with that, talking that craziness, and you don't know what state of mind that these drivers are up under. Because let me tell y'all something, responsibility and pressure will put you in a whole nother world. And so let me do myself a favor and still get paid. Let me leave y'all alone for a couple days. Cause right now I'm not in the mood for the bull. Like I'm in war mode. I'm not there. My moon is in Aries. I'm all about confrontation. If you don't know nothing else about Apostle Ely, yes, I'm a Sagittarius, but Apostle Ely is all about that confrontation. Oh, I'm with the shits. I don't want nobody to think because I'm here and this is going on and the divine spirits and crown and all that and he's scratched and all that. I'm with the shits. I really don't have a problem with it. It's just that I allow them to lead and guide me. But confronting people or confronting a person, a place, or a thing, I have no problem. That's right on confrontational. I have Aries moon. I have no problem with the confrontation. But sometimes it ain't good to be confronted. If you allow Aquarius, if you allow the observation, if you paying attention, if you watching as well as praying, if you are being led like you claim to be, then you're gonna recognize when things are trying to distract you or get in the way. And that's what I mean by starting stuff, realizing where you at, regroup, revive, restore, rekindle, do whatever. It's a rebirth. That's what this purpose is tonight. Don't start stuff, y'all, that you're not gonna finish. Okay? If you're going to support Apostle Ely, you might fall off, but don't stop. You understand? Sometimes you being intimate with somebody and the wood is just killing you and it's knocking your back down and it's xylophoning your spinal cord and it got your neck and and ain't nothing wrong with repositioning yourself back on the bed. Or sometimes somebody got to be on the bed and somebody got to be on the side of the bed. Like, it's nothing wrong with observing that you can get more out of this if you just stop, take a couple of steps back, catch your breath, get your lungs back readjusted, get your throat right. Sometimes you got to stop in the midst of pleasing and just say, you know what, I'm getting parched. Take you a swig of water, rehydrate the throat, and continue and proceed on. Sometimes in the midst of going downtown and you're tossing salads or you're doing the grocery, sometimes you got to reposition because they done got out of whack because it hurts so good. It feels so good. And so in order to be sufficient, I like the word itemizing. Yes, sir, hardcore. Thank you. Education. And these are the things that I feel that if you are really learning spirituality, if you're really in this journey with me, you don't mind stopping, reassessing, repositioning, reasserting yourself in order for you to have a better outcome than to continue on when you know that there's a decline. Okay? And that is the growth process of transformation. That is especially my Scorpios. I don't know why y'all don't love y'all energy. I have some Scorpio energy, but I love that energy that I have. I have it in my Venus, house of Venus. So in my house of love, sex rules. You know, I'm a sexual creature. And so that's a part of my Ache. That's why I'm also a child of Oya, and I'm also a child of Mafedi Funo Shun. Madriagua, Mami Water, Mama Chola, Ezeli Frida in voodoo, that's my Ache. Spirits are around here. They get my attention. So, if you want me to burn incense for you tonight, we have healing incense, better business, High John, oil of gladness, triple threat, my 7 chakra, peace incense, love, roll opener, mental clarity, blockbuster, money, guardian angel, ancestor, protection, reversal, stop gossip, and courtroom. And let me tell you something, my courtroom, I told y'all that ain't just for going to court. That's also for any type of legal contracts that you're in. Scorpio moon, and absolutely love it. I know that's right. They're hidden, and that's the revealing. Now Natasha has revelatory energy, which is the investigator, which is a Scorpio, and then the observer, which is Aquarius. She the best person to ask questions and ask whether you full of shit or not, because she's the observer and she's the investigator. She gonna get to the truth. And that's why I like people that know how to be real, and they recognize real and being authentic. And that's why what I love about my platform, because everybody here that's on my platform, if you real and genuine, you're gonna mesh with us very well. If you fake as hell, it's gonna be a rough ride, but you're gonna instantly break. Cause Cuban zirconia don't do well over here. You got to be real. You ain't got to be perfect, but you got to be real. You ain't got to be rich, but you got to be real. I would prefer you rich, but you ain't got to be real. You ain't got to be educated, but you got to be real. You got to be real. Got you, Darius. Y'all hear what I'm saying? I'm not even perfect. I don't need to be perfect to be God's chosen. I don't need to be perfect to get everything. I need to be perfected, but not perfect. Huh? Money, courthouse, and love. Now that's a combination there. All I'm trying to do is help melanated people get a better understanding of this process and stop running against the grain. You don't have to. Scorpio and Mercury. Yas. And you speak in hidden truth. Scorpio and Mercury, it's about revelation, things evolving. Like when you speak, things will evolve. It's more like because I speak in a lot of parables. That's what I would basically say. That speech in Scorpio was like speaking in parable. There's always hidden truth here and hidden wisdom. It's always unfolding. Money instant on my day of power. And y'all graduating, y'all sent me so much. Oh my God, I love, absolutely love the celebration of accomplishment. Now those certificates, now they got to make money. Now I don't mind celebrating. You accomplishing something, but we got to make it profitable. Yes, baby. Money, courthouse. Do not sleep on my courthouse incense just because you ain't going to court. Any legal stuff and love. Yeah, you got to be real. I can't do, because what's going to happen is you're going to come in with that fake stuff and you think I'm going to keep it and I'm going to burn that shit up. I'm going to find something. It got to go. And then you're going to be talking, oh, you destroyed my life. No, I destroyed all that was fake and ain't real about you. Now we finna work with what's real about you. Not what you want people to think about you. This is what's real about you, and this is what we're going to build from. We're not finna waste time making people think more of something than you are. Reading for the next step in Pisces. Reading. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee, that which in the dark bring into light of my eyes, concerning Darius the Pisces, desiring to know the next step that he needs to make. Ebasa, that which is in the dark bring into the light of my eyes, concerning Darius the Pisces, and the steps that he needs to take to move forward in the name of Christ Jesus. Woo. What is it that this Pisces needs to do concerning the next step? Trying to see what Shamari said. If you're dealing with Aquarius energy, facts, not feelings. Facts are based off of concrete results. Period. And I say period. If you build on a sure foundation, you will stop getting emotional about what's going on in your life, because your faith will be built on things that are factual, that are things that are solid, consistent, and therefore you will get more of the outcomes in life that you want. That's the whole purpose of me sharing this information. I want to go deep and see about me. Let me tell you something, Shamar. For a man that know how to go deep, stop asking for that. Because once they go deep, you're not going to be in control. And you want to be in control. Darius asked for the next step. This says building bridges in shadow. The focal point. It says Aleph Va Mem. It says, with the power of this name, I extend the hand of friendship to people in whom I am in conflict, even if the conflict is over money or resources. Next step is about resolving conflict. It says, I awaken compassion and some. Now, those that do not know, unconditional love is ruled by Pisces. Don't mean that all Pisces have unconditional love, but that is their energy. And that's why people take the kindness of that Piscean energy for granted. That doesn't mean that the Pisces out there putting themselves out there, but because of that energy, people feel that they feel from Piscean energy that they can take advantage of that. But anyway, it says summon the courage to pick up the phone or forms of community and call the person right now. And that means right now. Accordingly, a bridge to the upper world will erect on my behalf. This card right here saying the focal point is all about building solid bridges. Your connectivity with people, places, and things, and then strengthening those bridges. But this also talked about this year, the step is about learning how to effectively resolve conflict over resources. That's the focal point. And then we're still asking about what's the next step. It talks about spiritual cleansing, which that is on the way for you. I got 2 bottles for you. Mem, and those cleansers that y'all getting from me, especially the liquid form, those are the cleansers that I bathe with. Those are not on the website. Those are specially made for me, but I share it with certain people. Mem Va Mem. By meditating on those letters, I push the rewind and erase on my spiritual video. I am purified in my present life by correcting transgression from my lives in the past. This, once again, moving forward in facts. This is about correction. This is about purifying, making things right, making things clean. And it's also about understanding, correcting poor decisions, getting in feelings, whatever, in the past. Learning how to move forward more in facts. And this also says, I can also use this thing to purify my physical environment from spiritual impurity. This is my keeping your environment clean, keeping things around you tidied up. That is your middle card. That is what's going on right now. And look at this transformation. This, I don't know if he might not know what this means, but I know because I know what I'm petitioning for him. It says global transformation. This means that you're going to globally, you're going to eventually, as you progress and move forward in your spiritual practices, what's going to happen is you're going to affect people, places, and things on a global scale. This is a big card for Pisces. Yin Shin Lamed. I reflect on the spiritual truth that the world peace begins with the peace within my own heart. And with this name, I speed my own transformation. This is all the things that you have to be doing personally for yourself to speed your transformation. And it strengthens the forces of peace throughout the world. Now, those that do not know what peace actually means, it is absent of disturbances. Once you get to a certain place in your transformation, you will be in a place of peace, or you will be beyond being disturbed by people, places, and things. Clarity. Don't mean disturbances won't come, but they just won't disturb you. That's for my Pisces. Love said, you just explained a lot. I know that's right. I'm always explaining something. That means I've got to know something to be able to explain something. That's why I tell them you can't mimic me. You can get Facebook pages, you can get fake TikTok page and all of that. But at the end of the day, you can't. This is real right here. It's also delicious. It's very tasty. Yes, it is. And it's hard to get rid of once you have some. That's me. I'm in control at that point. But I hope that this helped. I hope that you got a lot out of this. I hope that if you don't mind, sir, ma'am, after hitting that like button, commenting up under this video if this helped you, or share something on this video that can help other people that are looking. My rising sign Pisces, so yeah, that's right. That's where that come from. And but your that earth energy, your fixed energy, which is ruled by Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. So you get transformed through the things that you love and the people that you have love for. And you don't necessarily always like that, but it is. Some days it's harder than others, but I keep going. Yeah. Only reason why it was important for Mother Susan to go on that cruise with Monique mainly was it shows all the different levels of her apostle and why she don't need no man like me in the bedroom. Because she's going to be hurting all over the place. Her eyes, her ears going to be hurting, her chin, her arms, her fingernails, her toenails. Like when you get ravished like that, with that kind of power and thrust, it's going to have you shaking all through and through. And you just going to have to go and lay down and recoup. She came off that ship and I was like, Mother Susan, I've never known you to go to sleep in the day. If you get a hold of a man like that, child, you be taking naps all through the day. Cause you got to recuperate. You got to go through the metamorphic. She be hurting all the shit. Oh, everything is hurting on me. That's when you dealing with a multi-layer of a man. They're gonna have you hurting on all kind of levels. You like, oh my Lord, my cheeks. Talking about her sciatic nerve. It ain't your sciatic nerve, it's that when he done got that spine and twisted it and now it done unraveled. You ever seen that? Y'all ever seen that spinning top? The old-fashioned spinning top? That's how you take that 67-year-old woman and you have her just yes, sir. She said, I done went on this ship and now I know what Apostle's talking about. You don't want none of that, Mother Susan. I done told you. You don't want none. You're going to be hurting all over the place. You ain't going to be able to put your slide on. You be like just laying on the couch, just tender. Oh. But you have had an experience. Yeah, that life alert. She gonna be pushing that life alert. She gonna feel her life slipping away. No, this is what you keep on thinking you want. Now I got you going from floor to floor. Just dragging her. She gonna be in there talking about something going through the elevator. No, we gonna go through the stairs. Yes. And we gonna walk step for step. I'm gonna teach you for layer for layer. You gonna learn. That Gemini think that you young at heart, but now you are on the ship. Now let's go through the first. No, I want to sit down. If you're going to sit down, you're going to have to ride. Everything is exercise. Yes. I make everything about everything. Thank you, Darius. I got you. That's right, baby. Keep my no, don't whine now. We don't do no whining over here. We say thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. The more pain, the more gain. You thank you, Jesus. That's right. She said, oh, my hair hurt, honey. My eyebrows. I ain't never felt so much pain. I don't awoken the beast. Yes. Ain't nothing wrong. All day. That's right. Mother Sue said, I don't know if I'm pregnant or what. You ain't pregnant. I got a vasectomy. But you gonna feel like you're the way these waves are rocking. Yes, sir. She gonna be singing the closet. You brought out the sunshine. She be wearing y'all remember them big old glasses they get from Disney World? That's right. All right, I'm done. I think. I think I got everybody. Did I get her? She said stop. It's a Mother Susan. You know I'm a bad mama jamma. I be telling y'all the truth. Oh, call the ambulance. Oh, 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 no. Don't sound like no owl over there talking about who. No, you. You're gonna learn to stop signing up for stuff you ain't ready for. All right. Much love to each and every one of you guys. Thank you for the compliments on my attire. And I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna have a great time tomorrow. And we're gonna do some content. I think I'm gonna be going live on TikTok as well. That's right. Trying to tell you. What you doing to my kneecap? Yeah, young. Oh, I don't care. I don't like. I have an age limit, not upward. I have an age limit downward. Cause once you mess with somebody like me, it's just gonna change your world, and then you're gonna be out there peeking through the blinds. Can I come over? Please, please. I won't stay long. I bake you a sweet potato pie. I know you love sweet potato pie. Huh? You want me to rub the sweet potato pie well? You want me to put a sweet Yes, let me eat that sweet potato pie off the plate. Thank you, Monique. Yeah, you won't see collard greens the way you used to see them when I get finished. I'm transforming the way you eat. Yes. You won't see that Oscar Mayer wiener like that no more. When you see a hot dog and some buns, or you see a patty and the bun, the flatbread, you're going to say, okay, I see the revelation now. This is only for grown folks. Much love, y'all. I gotta go. Good night, y'all. Good night, sweet Irene.